Well, thank you, Ranking Member Larson. I now recognize the gentleman from Ohio, Work and Welfare Subcommittee Member Mike Carey, for his opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm filling in today for Chairman LaHood, but as a member of both subcommittees, I'm glad we are focusing on this topic and giving it the time and attention it rightly deserves. Before I begin, I would also like to echo our chairman's remarks about our colleague, Mr. Danny Davis. And he has recently announced that he will retire from Congress after representing Illinois' 7th Congressional District for nearly 30 years. Representative Davis, you have been a tireless advocate and a champion for children and families through over the many decades of your public service. I would also like to echo my colleagues' recognition that we celebrated 90 years of Social Security and all that is done to provide for seniors with certainty that they all need to have and satisfy their net in retirement. These are the benefits that seniors have earned and paid into, and the government has made a promise that they will receive their benefits. So for this hearing, our goal is to focus on two important disability programs at Social Security Administration: disability insurance, this is the number one, and supplemental security income. These programs are essential for providing protection for millions of individuals with disabilities across our country. And I'm proud to say that last year, my home state of Ohio, through our Opportunities for Ohioans with Disabilities Agency, worked with nearly 37,000 Ohioans with disabilities in their pursuit of meaningful work and independent lives. The vast majority of SSI and DI recipients simply cannot work, but some do work part-time or want to return to work as their medical conditions may have changed, or their technology advances to provide better accommodations and accessibility in the workplace. Now, according to a survey by the Social Security Administration, the majority of SSI and DI beneficiaries reported being work-oriented with a goal of working or advancing in a career, and roughly nearly 18% saw themselves working enough to leave disability benefits in the next 5 years. For these individuals, we want to make sure that government policies are working in their favor and not discouraging or putting up walls that make it harder to connect to work. This is the first hearing we've had to review SSA's return to work policy since 2015. I think we're long overdue. Certainly, there are some incentives in place to encourage individuals to return to work and earn wages, but all the evidence suggests that they are effective. As an example, the Ticket to Work program was put in place in 1999, but according to SSA's survey, only 1 out of 3 beneficiaries have ever heard of the Ticket to Work. Now, there are policies to help individuals maintain their Medicaid and Medicare coverage, but many do not know about them. I'm particularly concerned about reports that fear of overpayment discourage work attempts. Now, last Congress, I introduced bipartisan legislation called the Protecting Americans for Social Security Clawback Act to address the overpayments made through no fault of the beneficiary, and I'm committed to continuing to focus on ways to decrease the overpayment rates at SSA. All of our government programs need to be oriented to provide every opportunity for individuals to reach their full capacity. We know that work brings dignity and purpose, and government should never get in the way of that. I hope that we can work together with my colleagues on the other side of the aisle to find bipartisan ways to improve outcomes for disabled individuals. I'm honored to have our witnesses with us here today. I look forward to hearing what they have to say on these important issues. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.